What's up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for a Ravnica draft. I'm sorry I had a little bit issue with my recording software, so wasn't really able to explain you the first pick or look a lot at it. I'm pretty sure Killing Banshee was the best card in there. Might be wrong. There was also the 3/3 Pinger and the Boros Pinger, which are both pretty good, but Killing Banshee is pretty strong. Pretty close to a card like Flinton Cavu or Sand Strangler. 2 to fly for 4, and you get to often kill something when it enters the battlefield. In any case, I'm not the most knowledgeable player with Ravnica draft. I know some people are better at drafting Ravnica than I am. I pretty much started playing when Ravnica came out, except that early on I wasn't doing a lot of limited, so it's not a set I know very well. I've played more of Ravnica, Guildpact Dissension Draft than Triple Ravnica, so yeah. But we'll try to do something good. I think Bottled Cloister is pretty busted, and it was one of the only card we could pick that can go with the Killing Banshee. There was a couple of good Boros cards, but I think this is good. So basically, it means you cannot play instant and sorceries anymore. I mean, no, not instant and sorceries, but instant and flash cards. But there aren't flash cards really in Ravnica, I believe, and you can, it's all in draft. We can build a deck without too many tricks or things we need to play during their turn. And then at the beginning of your own upkeep, you get everything back and you draw a card. So it's basically pretty much a Phyrexian Arena, except you don't lose life, but you cannot cast spell during the opponent's turn anymore. So we don't really want to count spell or anything like that. Here I might just want to Brain Spoil, which is a solid removal. I mean, it's a lot of mana, but it's fine. You can transmute it. I think it's the best option for us, and we'll probably try to build a black and maybe blue control deck. Dismisser is pretty sick, very not sick, but it's a very solid card. I think we're just gonna pick that. Not sure what this does. This is pretty good. You can copy everything that already died and then continue to copy stuff. It seems fine. Not sure how good it is. Perplex is not that great. It's fine but not amazing, I believe, and it doesn't play very well with Cloister anyway. Roof Soaker, I don't know. I think we are more gonna be of some sort of defensive control deck, so I don't think we want that. Dismisser definitely better than Cell. Clinging Darkness is probably fine as a cheap removal. Not thrilled about it though. I think we're just gonna go with Dismisser. That card is very potent. Maybe the Clone was better. We are seeing some more good, oh my god, Boros cards. Still a bit tired, still a bit early in the morning for me, but yeah, some more Boros cards. Larking Informant looks kinda bad, but it's actually not the worst. Ogre Mage, not so good. Terraformer, Sewer Drag, Howler, pretty bad cards overall. I'm just gonna pick Informants. The best cards here are Boros, but I think we have enough blue and black card that we'd rather stay in these colors. Alright. What up next? Surveilling Sprite is pretty good. I don't mind that card. You just get a 1/1 flyer for free pretty much. Convolute is not the worst, but plays pretty poorly with the Cloister. Timir House Guard is fine. And we have two very powerful 4-drop in Cloister and Banshee, so Transmute 4 is pretty interesting. Drake Familiar is sweet if you get a couple combos with auras like Flight of Fancy. And Flight of Fancy is just pretty good. Draw 2, give a creature flying. Might just be the pick here. I do like Flight of Fancy quite a bit. Solid. Ooh, Spectral Searchlight. You could burn out people with that because of mana burn. Now it doesn't really work anymore. It is a fine piece of fixing an acceleration though. I guess Drake Familiar got a little bit better since we picked Flight of Fancy. Could just pick the Sprite, it's fine. Kind of feel like I want the Searchlight in a kind of a slow, control-y deck. It feels like a decent card. I don't think we want to pick and play Empty the Catacombs. Dimir Infiltrator is a playable. Not super exciting, but fine. Probably just gonna pick it. Remember that this is a... Whoa, this wield? This card is pretty darn strong. It was probably the third best card in the pack that we opened. Interesting. Basically a 3/3 for 4, that pink stuff, like... It's just a good limited card. Do we just pick it here, somehow? I mean, going blue-black is going to be a lot easier than blue-red or black-red, because there's no blue-red or black-red guild yet. But, I mean, there's nothing else I'm going to play, really. Surprised at this wield, really. Peel is not the worst, it's definitely playable. Kind of plays well with cards like Killing Banshee or Dismisser, so we might want that. I think Sky Knight Legionnaire is really strong and should not have wield here. Looks like Boros is rather open, so maybe we should be Boros, but on the other hand, this looks like a pretty good start for a nice Dimir deck, and when you first pick a card like Killing Banshee, I think you're pretty happy to try staying black. Sorry about that sound, somehow I started streaming before recording that on mistake. I did not want it to stream, and now it looks like my stream is up, and I'm not streaming anymore. It is really odd. So I guess I've been streaming by mistake for like 3 minutes, but without the camera and without, nothing happening. I don't know, it's, yeah, weird. I don't exactly remember what this does. It costs a lot, it's big, it should win the game. 5/5 flying for 7. If it deals damage to a player, put that many counter, and they mill, right? Put that many cards. Okay, so that's a big finisher. I'm not even sure it's that good. Like, there's really a lot of removal in Ravnica. So I think it will tend to die very often. Now 7-drop is definitely castable. It's a pretty strong finisher. It kills for sure. Last gasp, not grasp, is the other option. Very fine removal, -3. -3 for 2 mana. The lands are good, but I don't think we should pick these right now. Galvanic Heart might be the best card in the pack. Very strong removal. Works well with the Drake Familiar with So, last booster. I think I'm gonna try the Lord. The gas might just be better, honestly, but seems sweet. Probably gonna pick Dimir Signet here. Signets are great, on-color Signet are amazing, and when you're trying to cast 7-drop, looks like a decent idea. Strands of Undeath. Yeah, that's not even very appealing. That's what I remember. It's fine, but not super great. Yeah, fairly easy Dimir Signet. Phytohydra is pretty strong potentially. Pretty annoying, but you can just ignore it for a little bit, maybe not attack and then kill it. It's a funny card though. Flow of Ideas, interesting. Draw a card for each island you control. We might want that actually. I think we are pretty slow control deck, and big card draw spell will be nice. We are playing only 2 colors, so we'll probably have something like 9 or 8 islands, so it should be solid. Like, we should be able to draw 3 or more. Second Peel is a lot less interesting. Tidewater Minion is fine. It's a fine card. I think this is slightly better. Best card here is Guildmage. Card is pretty busted, but not doing that today, I guess. Tattered Drake, Snapping Drake. and a couple stinkers. Undercity Shade is not the worst. I don't think we are gonna try to play a Sisters of Stone Death. Yeah, probably just that or Drake. Pretty solid card. I mean, it's not a big body, but it's very tough to deal with. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better than Celestia Signet. Completely off-color Signet is not super exciting. Dismantle is not bad. It's kind of slow, maybe. Not sure how good it is. Maybe actually I do like Consult the Necrosage better. It's basically Divination or Mind Rot, and that's very good. Because sometimes Mind Rotting is slightly better, and sometimes and it's never. Basically, it's a little bit like Unburden, the 3 mana Mind Rot that you can cycle from Amonkhet, except that you are not cycling it, you are drawing 2 if you don't want to make them discard. So it's just a very solid card. A slightly off-color Ravland could be good too, but I think this is better. I don't think that card is great, especially since our deck is going to be pretty light on creatures. I don't really think I want it, but there's nothing else, so maybe I just pick it. I think a completely off-color bounce land is not going to be that great, even though they are great. Tank Troller is interesting. Not the worst actually, but probably not better than Lurking Informant. Fairly late Evangel here, card is quite strong. Probably gonna go with the Informant. Terrarian, a little bit more fixing, Cantrip, or just a Drake. I think Drake is just better, most likely. This can fetch other 2-drop, but looks pretty bad otherwise. Don't think we want that. Hopefully we'll not have to play that, but I guess it's a fine target for Flight of Fancy just because of high power. And the curve, 3-drop, 4-drop is kinda nice. Not super exciting though. Ooh, we will Dominion, which is nice. I like that card quite a bit. Don't like the Shade, we might play it though. I don't think Drake Fanyard is going to be that good. Right now we have 1 enchantment, I think that's it. Right now we probably need a little bit more removal. We only have Brainspawl, Banshee. I guess Dismisser is kind of a removal. We have probably enough card advantage in card draw with Dismisser, Flaw of Idea, Flight of Fancy, and Cloister. So we have the card advantage, which is nice for the control deck. We probably need a little bit more removal, basically. Yeah, removal would be great. Okay, Dimir Agdic is probably what we want here. Psychic Drain, I don't know. I don't think we're really playing a Ram deck. I think we have just... I mean, this kills... Like, if it leaves, it's just gonna kill. It's not really... What? Did I just say ramp? I'm talking about meal, obviously. Yeah, I don't think we are gonna play a meal deck. This meals while it kills, but it pretty much 2-shot the opponent, no matter what. So it's not really a dedicated meal card, not really. I think the Agdic is probably better than Flight of Fancy, Convolute. Sprite is fine, but I think it's just gonna be Agdic. Like that. Ooh, Lightning Helix, Watchwolf, Vengel. Pretty strong cards. We haven't seen many Entrancer. Entrancer is actually a good reason to play Meal if you can get enough of these. Might just pick it here. If we get a couple other, we might still be doing a little bit of that. We have 2 Lurking Informant already, which helps the Mealing a little bit. Peel is, again, not so exciting. The second Peel, and there's nothing else. Ooh, Bell Tower Sphinx is sweet. 2/5 fly, and if it receives damage, the guy who dealt damage is gonna meal that many cards. It's just a very solid card. Copy Enchantment, not so good. Dismisser is great, but I think it's still weaker than Bell Tower Sphinx, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, Roofstoker White might be the pick here. There's not a lot of other things. Not a Fangtail. Card is great, but we're not really gonna play red, so Roofstoker it is. Another Entrancer. Yeah, with 2 Entrancer, 2 Informant, and now the Sphinx. The milk, it's kind of maybe shipping up to be decent. I mean, Entrancer are pretty good on their own because they are a good blocker that slowly kill them. It's pretty annoying to play against. It's a little bit similar to the Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, in the sense that it's gonna block one of your creatures very often and slowly kill you. So it's just this type of card are pretty annoying to play against and pretty solid. Ooh, Compulsive Research is insanely good. We are pretty good regarding card advantage, but that card is so sweet. Probably just gonna pick that. There's another Dismisser, which I think it's still a bit worse than Research. Though, since we have a ton of card draw, and we are a little bit short on removal, maybe we want Dismisser. I think Research is just too good to pass, though. I don't think this is good at all. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, I don't think we'll play anything. This is a league, so we are not gonna play against any of this card necessarily either. So, whatever. Again, counter not looking good with Bottle Cloister. Lore Broker is actually pretty good. It's just a looter, right? Oh no, it loots. Everybody loots. Which, if we are trying to mill them, is not the worst. Not the biggest fan. I feel like Searchlight is pretty good in our deck. We have so much card draw that a little bit of acceleration is probably going to be solid. Get a Sprite, which is not bad. And we can use extra mana with this ability and this ability. So I think just going for the ramp is quite nice. Ogre Mage we might not play. It's looking kind of bad. This is a sideboard option. Sideboard option 2. And I think this is gonna be our deck. We probably need to get one other card. And that's gonna be it. Don't really know what we wanna cut. I guess we could play 16 lands since we have an Aqueduct, 2 Searchlights and a Signet, but maybe it's greedy. I think we really need to curve out. Our curve is pretty high. I'm not sure we can afford to play 16 lands. It's probably a little bit too greedy. We don't really have any reason to be greedy, and we have like 1, 2, 3, 4 card draw spell. I don't think flooding is going to be a huge issue. I mean, if we can curve out and just draw a bunch of more cards, we should be in good shape. Infiltrator is not so good, I think. Well, like, it's probably better than Roofstoker White, though. Probably gonna cut the white. And then, well, we have more blue, but 2 double black spells, so I guess mana should not be bad with 2 Searchlight and Signet anyway. We want more island for the flow of ideas. No, it's not gonna be 10-6, but maybe just 9-7. I think it's fine, even though we have 2 double black. Alright, let's do that. Dimir Control. Not sure how good the deck is. It seems fine though. Just a bunch of card advantage, which is pretty good in this set. And then a little bit of free roll. Maybe it's a little bit slow. I think playing slow clunky deck like that you can do very easily in Ravnica Dissension Guild Pack. It's a little bit tougher in triple Ravnica, it's a little bit more aggressive maybe, so this might not work out, but the deck seems fun and we'll see how it goes. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. Thank you for watching and see you for round uno.